Hi, this is Hayden for Play Music Magazine, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Pro Mod range of guitars from Charvel. The Pro Mod range of guitars are actually a Japanese manufactured line for the recently resurrected Charvel guitars. The US-made Dimas and SoCal instruments have had a great response from both players and reviewers alike, and the Japanese line of guitars are here to do pretty much the same thing. We have three models in the range. This is the first of them. This is the SoCal Model 1 2H, and as you can see, it really does fit that Super Strat template. You take a Stratocaster, you whack a couple of humbuckers and a locking trem on it, and get down with your 1980s bad self. Specs wise, we have a one-piece quarter sawn hard rock maple neck, which has 22 big chunky jumbo frets, and a compound radius fretboard. This means it's a 12-inch radius down here at the bottom to make chording nice and comfortable, and then it flattens out to a big 16-inch radius when you want to get some maximum wheedle on the go. We also have an original Floyd Rose locking trem. There's really not much we need to say about these trems. If you play guitar, you'll know they're renowned for rock solid tuning, stability, and a really great feel and action. For the pickups, we have two Dimazios in this model. We have a Dimazio Tone Zone in the bridge, which is kind of a world-renowned shred pickup. And in the neck, we have the Steve Vai designed Evolution pickup, which gives a lot of warmth and at the same time plenty of accuracy as well. Controls-wise, very, very simple. We have a three-way toggle switch and a volume pot. There's no coil taps or phase switching or anything like that. Tonally, the SoCal is perhaps the darkest of the range, or perhaps the warmest, depending on how your ears pick it up. The Dimazio pickups put out plenty of output, and there's still quite a lot of articulation. It really is a full-on shred machine, and yet it doesn't have the hyper skinny neck or feel of some of the more archetypal shred guitars. Definitely a Super Strat, and one we're really enjoying. Now, we did say at the start of the video we're going to look at the Pro Mod range, so let's move over to the second of the three guitars that have been released. Here we have the Dimas Model 1 2H. This is perhaps the most akin to the very earliest of Super Strats. It has all the very basic building blocks here. Big slab older body, two humbuckers screwed straight in, no pickup rings, no scratch plate. We have the same quarter sawn maple neck we saw on the SoCal model, the same huge chunky 22 frets, and the same compound radius. Got the Floyd locking trem right here, again with just a little bit of backplay, the three-way toggle, and the volume pot. One thing worth mentioning about each of the Charvels that we played here from the Pro Mod range is the playing surface here on the neck. We're kind of used to rolled off edges on a lot of modern necks, particularly perhaps Fender products as well. But here they've kind of done it to the nth degree. So it doesn't just feel comfortable, it feels like a guitar that actually dates back to the 1980s, but obviously with modern build quality. It's incredibly comfortable. There's not one obtrusive point on here. All the frets are beautifully finished. Nothing gets in the way. It really is a wonderful tactile experience. And here with the Dimas, we have different pickups than we do in the SoCal. We have a Duncan JB in the bridge, which I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with by now. It's the medium high output classic humbucker from Seymour Duncan. But in the neck, where you'd normally expect to find a Jazz paired up with a JB, we have a 59, which gives it just a little bit more top end and perhaps almost a more aggressive pickup, but it's really sweet for some of the cleaner sounds. Not that we expect you're going to be using the clean sounds a hell of a lot with these guitars. So this was the second in the Pro Mod range. We're going to move on to the third and final guitar, which is the Wildcard. Okay, here we have the last of the three guitars we're going to look at from the Pro Mod range. This is the limited edition Dimas Wildcard, this one in Dead Calm Aqua. Now the Wildcard series, every 3 months there'll be a different guitar based with different hardware configurations, different wood configurations, each one strictly limited edition. In this one, as we mentioned, it is in the Dead Calm Aqua colour. We have the older body as with the other models, but here we have a really rather nice quilted maple top. And the other addition here is the rosewood fretboard. And it has to be said again, the finishing on this is absolutely stunning. It's so incredibly comfortable to play and really familiar. It's like guitar you've owned for years. They've absolutely nailed that with these instruments. Specs wise, we have a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge. And then we move away from the two humbucker designs. We have a humbucker single, although these are actually Seymour Duncan classic stacks. So you get the single coil character, but obviously without all the noise. And it does create a nice contrast with this really powerful bridge humbucker. Another difference, as you might have heard in our little intro there, is that the Floyd Rose on this model is fully back routed, which means you can pull it up higher than dogs can hear if you so desire, and you can go absolutely insane with it without coming back in a tuning more normally associated with the Mongolian nose flute. After playing these 3 guitars for the last couple of days, it's kind of hard not to come across to gushing about them. You know, they play great, they sound fantastic, they really represent the era they were spawned from, and they're actually really affordable for what you get considering the woods and the spec and the hardware and the pickups. If we had a star system, they'd rate very highly indeed, but we don't, so the best thing I can recommend is that you go and get your hands on one yourself and realise just how good this ProMod range of instruments is. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please remember, subscribe to us or friend us. We'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
I should do that really.